Hey there guys, Soul here, and sweet mother of God that is all holy that made a sandwich that I got from front of the refrigerator. I don't know why I said that. We finally have gameplay for Tales of Berseria, a game that I've actually been looking forward to ever since it was first announced earlier this year, along with the release date of the US version of Tales of Berseria. Kind of funny because those names kind of sound like too. Berseria, but that's besides the point. Anyway. So yeah, we finally got some gameplay of it too, and now I wouldn't go so far as say this was the game I wanted to get a PS4, but it was definitely one of the games I wanted to get a PS4 for. And from the way it looks and the way the graphics were looking and how the battle system looked, it looked very impressive. I really liked what I saw here too, and it was kind of funny too. Actually, I think I saw this like right before the news article started posted on there, like AKA Siliconera or Kotaku. Because it was on Twitter, and it was like right before I went to bed. I was like, you know what? Let's just go on Twitter for a second. Someone posted, or I think it was Bananero posted. Someone posted it, I forget. But they posted the 2.5 minute long trailer. I was like, yes, we're finally going to get some gameplay of it. And I finally saw it. And I gotta say, I really do like the way the battle system looks. I mean, it looks very reminiscent. To me, it looks like Berseria, to me, honestly. I mean, that's just the first thing. But mainly because that's like the more up to date. That's the latest Tales game right now. Now, I gotta say, I love the Tales series. And growing up playing the Tales series, I loved it because outside the battle system, it's your typical JRPG where you're going around talking to NPCs, advancing the plot, doing quests, making dishes because that's one of the unique things about the Tales series is you make dishes and everything. And doing all that stuff, but inside the battle, sweet mother of God, like I said, it is so crazy when you're fighting, especially when you get high tier abilities and skills and all that. Sweet Lord, it is so chaotic. Like so many colors are going across the screen. You're thinking you're having a seizure. Though if you are having a seizure, I would suggest you go to a hospital rather than staying at home playing video games. That's the reason why they give you that warning every time you play the game about having seizures. But that's beside the point. Actually, that is kind of related to a point, but I don't know where I'm going with that. But like I say, it's pretty fun because it's like JRPGs having sex with a hack and slash with putting a fighting game elements into it too. So it's like a conceived, disinformed child of awesomeness. If that makes any sense. I really the combat is so dope, especially when you're having a melee character doing all these crazy combos and you have your spellcaster doing all sorts of crazy spells too, like Sheria from Tales of Graces casting Indignation, even though that should have been a missed art and not a freaking high tier spell, but that's besides the case. And you're having characters like Rita Morio or Jade Curtis from Tales of Berseria and Tales of Abyss respectively casting Meteor Swarm, and like Annis Talon from Tales of Abyss casting Bloody Howling. Like, it's so crazy. Like we have so much stuff going on here. You actually lose track of what you're doing too because so much. It's so cool, especially when you're doing boss fights and you're hearing a conversation they're having. Yeah, that's where I don't remember if Berseria had that. No, it did. Sorry, I'm thinking about something else. I'm more used to what it tells of Exilia. Sorry, Exilia had it, not Berseria. Because Exilia was more cool how they had conversations on the top left and top right screen. But anyway, enough about that. Onward to the actual trailer because I've been talking too much about Tales series. So the trailer first starts off as Velvet being in an isolated area, which is the reason why Bananero said that. They say that was the plot of the game. Velvet is a force to be reckoned with, and the reason why she was isolated because if she reawakens, it can cause the destruction of the world, from what I remember. Yeah. So it showed that off, and it showed off her having a demonic left arm. Now this was something that actually everyone pointed out, and more specific. It's kind of obvious to us. It kind of stands out because when you see her concept art, you're wondering like why specifically is her left hand covered in bandages. Her rest of her body's tattered. The rest of her clothes are tattered because well she's been isolated for a long time. And like why specifically is her left hand bandaged, and it shows off that she has a demonic left arm, and it was responsible for killing a lot of monsters and civilians alike from her reaction, which she realized what she has done. Now, to me personally, I think that's going to be related to a transformation, because if you remember from Tales of Xillia 2, Ludger, who when he first attained his chromatis abilities or corpse shell abilities, whichever term you want to use, he only had it on his 2 arms. But then, as the game progressed, he gradually, the corpse shell took a form of armor. So I'm thinking that's going to be the same thing that's going to happen to Velvet. So for now, she'll have her left hand as demonic, and then probably later on, both her arms, and later on she'll have a transformation. It seemed like the main characters ever since Tales of Xillia 2 and Berseria, all the main characters has had some sort of transformation. AKA Ludger, Soray, and Rose. I don't know why. It seems like that is the case. So who knows? You might have a transformation. Some people might not like transformations that much. Might just like the main character just to be a normal human with like extraordinary abilities, like Yuri Lol. As much as everyone would like to hype him up to be, Yuri is a normal human being. The reason why he can do most of the stuff is because of the blaster he has with him. But that's enough. I don't want any Yuri hate over this video. So yeah, but anyway, after it shows Velvet's past and everything, it decides to show off the events later in the game when she's traveling on a ship with a young boy, which I actually forgot his freaking name too. I don't know. I should have memorized the name, but it was something. So, and this guy that little boy looks like Emil, like straight up. He looks so much like Emil. Lord, it's funny, but yeah, he's gonna be a playable character too, because there was a rumor going on that that Velvet was going to be going through this game solo, so it wasn't going to be a party. It wasn't going to have party members, which I thought was kind of weird. I was like, wait, a Tales game not having a party? I mean, that'll be kind of strange. I don't know. That'd be kind of strange. I mean, not having a party and going solo, it'll be just like Final Fantasy 13. From the first Final Fantasy all the way to Lightning Returns, Lightning was going solo despite the last 2 games had a party. I mean, the second one had monsters, but you get the idea. And yeah, so it looks pretty amazing. And then it showed off Velvet facing against a samurai, as well as facing against a knight who looks just like Flynn Shifo. So we have Velvet, who looks like Mila, because the knight, as much as you want, she looks just like Mila. We have a little boy who looks like Emil, and he looks like, and we have a knight who looks like, it's like Flynn Shifo from Tales of Berseria. Jesus, damn code, Jesus. And then, so after all that, they showed off the battle system. Now, from what I read this morning, because actually that's how I recognized I was trying to struggle with the little boy's name, was the way that the control scheme is gonna be, because it didn't show off the health gauges and everything, but they just showed off Velvet and the little boy doing arts and everything. But One Namco pretty much said that the control scheme is going to be like art's going to be assigned to all 4 buttons, so square, triangle, circle, and X. And yeah. So when I was looking at that, I was like, wait, isn't the guard button square? So how are you going to guard? And it can't be R1, because R1 is going to be targeting on enemies, unless they try to change the control scheme. And not to mention, it's going to be free running too. And when I mean free running, that mean like hold down L2 and just move the analog stick and everything. I think you're going to be able to free run regardless of wherever you go. I mean, it might have the same like linear battle system that the Tales series had up until then, but who knows? Again, it's in development, and again, they're still working out the kinks and everything. All we need to know is being made, and they're developing it. All the Tales games have always had a good combat system as the game progressed. I mean, personally, I love Tales of Berseria battle system, but it's not. I don't like it as much as Xillia 2. I think Xillia 2, and even Hearts R at this point, because I played it and almost beaten the game, has a pretty good battle system. But yeah, when it comes to I say battle system, aren't I? But when it comes to the battles, I'm not really that worried about it. I have faith that it's going to be a good game. I mean, a lot of people didn't like Tales of Grace's battle system. I'm saying it way too fast. Battle system, excuse me. But I enjoyed it. My brother didn't like it. I know that much because of the whole CC and everything. And now that I'm talking about that, I really hope they. I don't know. I really hope that they bring back the AC system. I personally was a fan of the AC system. Like everything costed one AC and all that. I wasn't. Again, who knows? But anyway, that's pretty much all I got to really say. Honestly, I'm actually fresh out of things to say. At this point, it's just be nothing but filler. So yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say. Again, thoughts, comments, let me know. I will be able to converse with you as much as possible. That's why the comment section is down there, to give a comment. You know, just type your letter. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm a bit hyper, as you guys can tell. I just drunk some soda. So anyway, I'll be signing off, guys. But I'll get back with you once there's more news about the game. So till then, guys, see you guys next time.